Okay, we have x plus 3 equals 15. In order to solve, we need x by itself. We need to end with x equals the number, right? Well, we have x plus 3. What's the opposite of addition? Subtraction. Great. So instead of plus 3, we're going to have minus 3. What's 3 minus 3? 0. Okay, big 0. So x equals 15 minus 3 is 12. Okay. Why do you think we subtracted 3? I'm sorry, why do you think we subtracted 3 here? To get x by itself, right? But why did we subtract 3? We have a plus 3 here, right? What did I say 3 minus 3 was? 0. Well, what is x plus 0? Not 0. It's just x. Plus 0 doesn't mean anything, right? So in order to get x by itself, we want to turn the plus 3 into a plus 0. So we subtract 3. Make sense? Same thing here. We have x minus 3, right? In order to get x by itself, we wanted x plus 0. And we do that by using the opposite sign. We have a minus 3. What's the opposite of subtraction? Addition. So we're going to add 3. What's negative 3 plus 3? 0. Good work. So now we have x plus 0. What we do to one side, do to the other. 14 plus 3 is 17. Again, plus 0 doesn't matter, so we have x equals 17. What's the invisible number in front of the x? It's 1, right? So I have a 1x is 17. So in reality, we want 1x plus 0 to equal our number. You agree with that? Y'all agree with that over there? We want the 1x plus 0. Look here, we have a 2x. Is the 2x a 1x? Is that 2x a 1x? No. Well, we need to make it a 1x, right? And how do we turn the 2 into a 1? We have 2 times x. What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So we're going to divide by 2. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. Every time you cancel, what do you draw? A 1. Right? So now we have 1x. What you do to one side, do to the other. Divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now we have 1x equals 4. Our answer is x is 4. Does that kind of make sense to y'all? Screwed that slide up, didn't I? We have x divided by 4 equal to 3. Now, do we have a 1x here? We have a x divided by 4, right? That's also like a 1/4 x. Kind of, right? Y'all agree with that? Well, what operation is happening between the x and the 4? What is the fraction bar? What operation is that? It's division. What's the opposite of division? Multiplication. So we're going to multiply by 4. 4 times x divided by 4. The operations in the number cancel each other out, right? So I'm just left with a 1x equals, multiplied by 4 on this side, multiply 4 on that side. 3 times 4 is 12. Does that kind of make sense to y'all? So x is 12, or 1x is 12. Either way you want to write it. Okay, the last one. We have negative x equals negative 15. What's the invisible number in front of the x? 1. So what do we really have? Negative 1x, right? What operation is occurring between the negative 1 and the x? Yeah, multiplication. For those of you that don't see it, negative 1 is a number. So is 2. We have 2x, that's 2 times x. Then here we have negative 1 times x equals negative 15. Well, what's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So we're going to divide by the negative 1. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. What's 1 divided by 1? 1. So now we have 1x. I divided by negative 1, so divide by negative 1 again. Negative 15 divided by negative 1. What's 15 divided by 1? 15. And what's a negative divided by a negative? Positive. So 1x, or just x, is 15. Are we good with that?